Alright, parallel and perpendicular lines. Do you guys have your learning target written down? Do you have the date by your learning target? Unlike me. Let's write our date down. Today is the 27th of November. Grant, will you let me know when you're ready? I wasn't saying that you were, son. I was asking you to let me know when you were done. Fantastic. Alright, so parallel lines have slopes that are the same. They're the same sign, the same number, the same everything. So we're going to prove that the slope of line A is the same as the slope of line B. So remember, when you have a graph, you count the rise, then the run from one point to another. So let's count how many we go up on A. How many do we go up? Yep, and then how many do we run? So then that's 6 divided by 4, which reduces to what? 3 what? 3 halves, 3 seconds, yeah. Okay, can you guys find the slope of line B without me? Do the same thing, rise then run. That is also 3 halves. Are those the same thing? Fantastic. Those two are parallel. So, according to this one right here, what would the slope of a line parallel to y equals 2x minus 1 have to be? Why? Why? Because they're parallel. And why is it 2? Why is it not negative 1? Because negative 1 is the y-intercept and 2 is the... Alright, so what if I told you that it had the slope of 2 and passed through 5, 7? Do we know how to write that equation? How would we write it? If I give you a point and I give you a slope, how would we write that? Point slope form. Take a point. And what is point slope form? Fantastic. Write that equation for me in point slope form. Take another point, Cameron. Just in case you forgot, this is what we learned before break. Do you agree or disagree?
Agree.
What if I asked you to write it in slope-intercept form? What would you have to do? How?
You multiply 2x. I mean, you use distribute. Yeah, never mind.
You're right. I just want you to use your words.
Okay, so you multiply 2 times x times -5.
Like that?
Yeah.
What's that called?
Distribute.
Distributing. Yes, good. Take a point. And then what would I do?
Yeah, 7.
Yes, no, maybe so. Can you guys handle that? Alright. Do we need to practice again? I think we need to practice again. Alright, let's flip it over to the back. To 36B. We're going to call this example A. Write an equation for the line that is parallel to the given line A. Y equals 4x plus 3, and it passes through -3, -5. I guess I should have wrote and passes through the point. It's fine. You know what to do. I don't want you to start without me. We're going to walk through this again like you've never seen it. Are we ready, or do we need a mo?
Ready.
Is anybody not ready? All right. No rush. Are we ready now? Okay, fantastic. Now, just in case you forgot what we did 10 seconds ago, we're going to pretend like you've never seen this before. Two lines that are parallel have the same slope. So this equation gives us the slope that we need, and the slope that we need is 4. And then we know that the parallel line
Light is reflecting off the floor and like blinding me.
Is that better, Princess? Okay. All right, so our line passes through this given point and has the same slope. So if you have a point and you have a slope, you write it in point-slope form. So then this point is our x1, y1. And you plug it in. So we have y minus y1, which means it would be y minus a -5. Do we write minus a negative, or do we change it to a plus? Change it to a plus. So y plus 5 equals. Now what is our slope? 4. Fantastic. And then it's going to be x minus a -3. And do we write a minus a negative or a plus? Plus 3. Now, it doesn't say how we want to write it. It just says write an equation. We wrote the equation, we can be done. But if we want to be fancy, we can distribute this 4 and write it in slope-intercept form. And we would say y plus 5 equals 4x plus 12. Where did I get that 12 from? 4 times 3. Is everybody with me on what I just did? Okay. Then I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. And I have y equals 4x plus 7. Questions, comments, gripes, complaints? So you can stop here, or you can solve it for y. If I ask you to solve it for y, then you probably should solve it for y. Do you want to try one without me, or do you want to do one more together? One more together? All right. B. Y equals 1/2 x plus 9. And it passes through 6, -3. If two lines are parallel, they have what? The same slope. And what's our slope of this line? So what's the slope of our parallel line? Fantastic. And then this is our x1, y1. We have a point, we have a slope, we plug it into point slope form, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And then how do we write that new equation? Somebody besides Marbly and Cameron. I know, baby. Life is tough. Yes.
Would it be y plus 3 equals 1/2 times x minus 6?
Look at you go. Take a point. Now, we can stop there, or what else can we do? We can distribute, solve for y. Are we afraid of fractions? No, we're not. You especially are not. Right. So we say y plus 3 equals 1/2 x minus what? 3. How did y'all get 3? If you said 3, take a point, because 1/2 times 6 is 3. And if you explained it correctly, take another point. So subtract 3 from both sides, and we get y equals 1/2 x minus 6. Do you agree or disagree? Can you try one without me? Hallelujah, praise baby Jesus. C as in potato. I want us to go crazy. Negative 2/3 x minus 7. And I want it to pass through negative 12, 5. You can do it. Go, babies, go. I have all the faith in you. Well, you're pre-AP. I have to have faith in you. I guess I don't have to. I'm sorry. I have a lot of nervous energy this morning. Yes, no, maybe so. Woo! Did anybody solve for y correctly? Hey, I'm so proud. Take a point, guys. Look at us. We're not afraid of fractions. Are we ready to move on to perpendicular? Yes, no, maybe so. Hopefully. All right, perpendicular lines have... Wait, does anybody still need this side before I flip it? Sorry. Okay, I'll leave it for a second. What? What is happening? We are, but somebody said they needed it for a second. So I was having patience and letting them write it down.
Alright. Are we going to do the inside of parallel first?
Nope. Because that's going to be your homework.
Great.
Bunch of whiny babies. What did y'all think, you weren't going to have homework? Come on. Come on, guys. When do we not have homework? Like 3 times a month. That is very true. Thank you for yelling that out. I know, baby. I love you too. I missed you all a little bit until people started talking to me at 7 o'clock this morning. And then I just didn't. Okay, perpendicular lines have slopes that are opposite, reciprocal. If you don't know how to spell reciprocal, it's reciprocal. And if you don't know how to spell that, look at the board. And for the love of God, learn how to spell. Like one day you're going to have to send emails at work and stuff like that. Please learn how to spell. Alright, so opposite means that there are 2 different signs, and reciprocal means that it's a flipped fraction. So, let's look at, I can't ever figure out which one is A and which one is B. We're going to call this one A, and this one B. But you see how the B is like weirdly in the middle? Okay, then sassy pants. Alright, so this one is going to be A, and then the one with the negative slope is going to be B. So let's count A. Alright, so we go up 1, 2, 3, 4. You were really impatient this morning, and normally it's me, and I need you to calm down, because now you're like bringing out the impatience in me. And we go right how many?
5.
Okay. So our slope is 4/5. Now, hopefully, B will be negative 5/4. So we have to go up 5 and left 4. So please count B's slope and tell me what you get. And tell me quickly before Marbly has a come apart. Did y'all get negative 5/4?
Yes.
Yay, look at us go. That's what opposite reciprocal means, just in case you didn't know what we were talking about. Now, does anybody have any questions? Are we sure? Okay. What is the slope of the line that is perpendicular to homeboy right here? What is the slope of this line? Negative 1/3, okay? So opposite means that our new slope has to be positive. And if you flip 1/3, what do you get? 3. That's our slope. Look at that. Isn't it magic? And if I wanted you to write the equation of the line that passes through 2, 6 with a slope of 3, could you do it? What form do you write it in? Point slope form. There is a reason that I'm saying this over and over and over and over and over again, I promise. Because next year when you take geometry, you're going to forget. Like my children did. Alright, so y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And hopefully you'll remember this for our activity tomorrow, and you'll do really well on it, and I won't have to slam my head against the wall. Alright, so this is our x1, this is our y1. How are we going to write our handy-dandy equation? y minus 6 equals 3 times x minus 2. Take a point. And if I want you to put it in slope-intercept form besides marbly, what are we going to do? Not Cameron. Distribute. Take a point, children. So we're going to get y minus 6 equals 3x minus 6. And then what do I do?
Add 6.
Add 6 both sides. And you get y equals 3x. Why is it just 3x? You don't put the 0. So what's our y-intercept on this equation? 0, the origin. All right, ready to practice?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to practice 2. 1 with me, 1 without me, and then homework. Or do we really have to do one together?
No, we don't.
How about we get the slope together and then you write it without me? Is that okay, Donnie? Are you sure? Because you look like I just murdered your soul.
We just want to do it.
And I was like,
Oh, poor things. All right, example B. Write an equation. For the line. Is it important to write your directions?
yeah.
Why? So you'll know what to do. Thank you, Jesus. Take a point. Sometimes I look at y'all's notes and I see you don't have directions. And then I look at your test and I think, no wonder they didn't know what they did here on this test. The direct correlation, tater tots.
That.
Sorry. Sorry. So if our slope is 4 of our current equation, what would the perpendicular slope be? Negative 1/4. Good. Take a point. Can you plug it into point slope without me? Do it. Go. If we do this one, I'll let you get started on your homework. And we all do it correctly. We all have to do it correctly.
Oh, sorry.
We can do it. Let's have faith. Sorry.
Do we have to distribute?
Yes, you can do it. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Did you drive?
I'm so mad. The man is all right.
Mackenzie ran into a tree. I'm kidding. Hey, but I passed my driver's test.
Woo, I'm so proud. Did you pass yours?
No, he thanked me again
Oh.
and again and again.
She cussed him out last time.
It's recording.
My bad.
It's not true. Thank you.
All right, y'all get y minus 3 equals negative 1/4 times x minus 8.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you distributed, did you get y minus 3 equals negative 1/4 x plus 2?
Yeah.
And then when you add 3, you get y equals negative 1/4 x plus 5?
Yes.
Yes.
Did the whole class get it right? Fantastic. Start on your homework.
Great. Yay.
So you need to do all of the inside of these. All. There are 6 total problems. It is not that difficult. I want to see you working on your